Good afternoon, welcome inside the Dr. Fieldhouse for this afternoon's game featuring the Indiana Tech Warriors and your Lawrence Tech Blue Devils. The NAIA, alongside the Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference, take great pride in the conduct of student athletes, coaches, officials, and spectators. We encourage the cheering of your team, but with spirited sportsmanship kept in mind. We ask that you please rise for the flying national anthem.
And welcome in, sports fans, to LTU Sports Network. My name is Ryan Alardi. I'm the Athletic Communications Director here at Lawrence Tech University. We have a WAC basketball doubleheader on slate today. In front of that's going to be women's basketball. We have the number 21 Indiana Tech Warriors in town against your Lawrence Tech Blue Devils. Indiana Tech comes in at 6-2, 1-1 in the WAC. They were off on Wednesday. They had a non-conference matchup. Lawrence Tech comes today 2-3, 1-1. They had a big win over Michigan Dearborn on Wednesday, 71-46. They controlled it from the tip, but they have a tougher test today as Indiana Tech is the cream of the crop in the WAC. They've won 4 of the last 5 regular season championships, 4 conference titles in a row. So this is a good measuring stick for Coach Howergan and her staff early in the season. Give you your starters here. First for the Warriors, this will be number 0, Juliana Burris. Number 2, Genevieve Decker. Number 3, Taylor Covington. Number 13, Kyra Whitaker. Look out for her today. The grad senior first team All-WAC a season ago. And number 20, Bethany Worm. For Lawrence Tech, it's the usual suspects that Coach Howergan has rolled out there all year long. Same starting lineup for all 6 games this season. So it's going to be number 3, Kendall Fisher, grad senior, 3-time All-American. She's going to have a big day for the Blue Devils to be successful today. Number 4, Maddie Long. Look out for her from Beyond the Arc. Number 13, Addie Nagel. She's come on here in her junior season. Been a factor on the offensive end. Number 22, Julia Hewitt. And number 33, Jade Ferris. Just about ready to get underway here to Don Riddler Fieldhouse in Southfield, Michigan. Chilly day out, about 25, 26 degrees. Thankfully, we're done with fall sports. We're getting ready for the tip here. It's going to be Huey jumping for LTU. Won by the Warriors. This is Burris. Gets it to Whitaker. Whitaker at the top. Kicks it. This is Whitaker for 3. That one's off. Rebounded by Nagel. Nagel slows it down. Fisher on the handoff. Kicks it to Maggie Long, excuse me. Huey fakes the 3. Kicks it to Nagel. Nagel trying to get down low to Ferris. Ferris going to go to work here. Tries to kick it back out. They're going to call it travel on Jade Ferris. Ferris had a sensational game on Wednesday night. Had a career-high 18 points as she went to work in the paint. So let's see if she can continue that today. This is Covington. Worm kicks it out wide. Burris looking. Back up top for three. This is Worm. That's good. And first basket of the day for the Warriors. Kendall Fisher up top to Huey. Huey pulls up. Jumper. That's good. Good mid-range shot from Huey. Assist to Kendall Fisher. This is Burris to Worm out wide to Covington. She tries to go down low to Worm, but that one's too high for the turnover. Addie Nagel going to bring it up. Had a career high 17 points a week ago, in a non-conference game at Mount Vernon Nazarene. This is Huey. Fakes the three, pulls up again, mid-range. That one's good. Julia Huey looking confident out there early on. 2 for 2 from the floor. Burris brings it up. Kicks it to Worm. Near side, this is Whitaker. Down low to Decker. Covington. Up top, Worm for three. That one short, hits the front end of the rim. Fisher rebounds for LTU. Fisher's going to slow it down. They're going to run their offensive set. Fisher leads the team 15.4 points a game. There's her floater. She gets fouled on it. Fisher's going to get to the line. Fisher, you don't want her at the line if you're Indiana Tech Warriors. She's 14 for 15 from the free throw line this year. LTU in general had a good night at the line on Wednesday. At one point, they were 12 for 12 from the line. I think they just missed one free throw on Wednesday night as Fisher makes the front end. Fisher grad senior guard, as I mentioned, out of Indianapolis, Indiana. Makes the second one. So a good start early on for the Blue Devils. Burris brings it up. This is Decker. Up top, fake by Covington. Kicks it back out. Whitaker fakes. Pulls back, fakes the three. Good defense by LTU. Down low. This is Decker. She traveled. And another Indiana Tech turnover. Fisher's going to bring it up. Dribbles near side. Goes baseline, drives. That one's off the glass. That's good. Kendall Fisher faked inside, drove hard down the baseline. Good bucket there. Whitaker near side, up top to Worm. Kicks it wide. Covington looks, thinks twice. Whitaker deep three. Ooh, that one circles around the rim and falls out. Rebound by Fisher. Got to look out for Whitaker if you're the Blue Devils. First teamer, all whack, a season ago. Maddie Long fakes the three. She dribbles. Runs into Worm. Worm looks at the official in disbelief, not quite sure what she was supposed to do. I would agree with Worm. She's got position there. And Coach Biggs there for the Warriors is letting the official have it. She disagrees. Checking in for the Warriors, this is going to be number 31, Corinne Smith, sophomore out of Fenton, Michigan. Maggie Long at the line, shooting two. Makes the first one. Good free throw shooting team here is Lawrence Tech. Maddie Long, 7 of 8 from the line coming into this one. And it looks like a lane violation called. I believe a lane violation called on LTU here. Yep, that point was taken off the scoreboard. So Indiana Tech coming down the other way. This is Worm. Covington. Handoff to Smith. Far side now. Whitaker working on Long. Beats her near side. Kicks it out to Smith. Good defense by the Blue Devils. Covington. 10 left on the shot clock. Driving. Tough drive there by Burris. That one's no good. As Fisher brings it up for the Blue Devils. Fisher thought about the three, drives, tries to go down to Ferris. That one's tipped by the Warriors. Good defense there as Worm brings it back the other way. Fakes the handoff. Worm driving. Too strong, but the tip in there. Good follow-up by Burris for the Warriors. Officials letting them play early in this one. A lot of contact going down in the paint, letting them play through it. Ferris now. Looks like an offensive foul call on the Blue Devils. That goes on Addie Nagel, her first, team first pair of subs. Coming in for LTU, Kylie Beatty and Gabby Goff for Addie Nagel and Jade Ferris. So the usual rotation employed by Coach Howergan early in the game. Going to get Goff and Beatty in there. Down low, Covington looks to Decker. Good finish there. That was too easy for the Warriors. Fisher brings it up, hands off to Huey. Up top to Long. Near side, Beatty. Back up top to Long, and another offensive foul. This one's going to go on Gabby Goff for the moving screen. So early on, looks like the officials letting them play down low in the paint, but calling the moving screens here early. About halfway through this first quarter, 9-8 Blue Devils. Stopping is Covington. Kicks it back out to Decker. This is Whitaker working on Beatty. He's going to drive by her baseline. Good help deep from Huey. Bad pass stolen by Fisher. She's pushing the other way. She's going to pull up wisely. She did not have numbers there. Far side is Huey. Down low, Goff. Kicks it back out to Fisher. Fisher's going to drive. Out of control there and threw it off the leg of one of the Warriors. That one's stolen by Lauren Barton. Subbed in recently. Looks like Covington was fouled there. Foul's going to go to Fisher, her first. Covington to inbound. Smith turns around. Her turnaround jump shot's good. Good shot there by Smith on the quick turnaround as the Warriors regain the lead. Long working on Whitaker. She throws up a hook shot. That one's no good. Rebound by Smith. Smith is trying to push. Doesn't really have numbers working on Beatty. She falls and throws it away. No travel call there. Whitaker now working on Fisher. Her three's good. We're going to have a timeout from Coach Howergan, and she didn't like what she saw there. Indiana Tech, a little bit of a run here, up 13-9. Fisher leading the way for LTU right now, 4 points. Julia Huey as well. That was Kyra Whitaker's first bucket. She's got 3 apiece. Looking at some of the stats, LTU off to a good start, 3 of 4 from the field. Indiana Tech 5 of 10, so they're doing a good job as well. They're 2 of 5 from three-point land, as we just saw there from Whitaker. LTU 6 turnovers, so I think that's where the timeout came from Coach Howergan. Too many turnovers here in the early going. LTU averages about 12.4 turnovers a game, so obviously 6 here in the first quarter. Not a good sign, so Coach Howergan wanted to take a quick 30-second timeout and calm her team down. Same 5 out there for the Blue Devils. Took the same as well for the Warriors. Beatty to inbound, seeing a little bit of a soft full-court press from the Warriors. They'll back off as Beatty brings it up. Beatty leads this team in rebounding, 7.3 a game. Hands off to Fisher. Fisher drives. Her shot's blocked by Decker. Fisher gets it back, though. Kicks it out to Beatty. She drives, has to pull up. Now Huey. Near wing, this is Maggie Long. Looks for Goff. It's not there. Fisher, she pulls up. That one's short. Goff's going to get a foul for trying to go over the back. Maybe the 14th foul for LTU, as we're going to see 3 subs now. Ferris is going to spell Goff. Nagel is going to spell Fisher, and making her first appearance of the season is number 10, Dom Evans. She was injured here early in the year. So her first action. Out wide now. That's Smith. Up top to Whitaker. She will shoot from there, as we've seen already. Cross-court pass. Smith doesn't take the jumper, goes in the paint. That one's short. Good hustle, though. Gets a rebound. Whitaker for three from the far wing. No good, but she's fouled. That one's going to go to Maggie Long. Her first. And LTU, knows a shooting foul, obviously, is now in the penalty for the last 3:29 of this opening quarter. Whitaker makes the first one. 83.7% from the line. Grad guard from Greensburg, Indiana, makes the first two. So LTU got out to a good start. Indiana Tech has taken the momentum here, later stages of the opening quarter. Nagel's going to bring it up. Pick set by Ferris. Up top to Huey. Down low to Ferris. Spins. Drive. Oh, that one's too strong. She had a great move there. Couldn't finish. Warriors come the other way. This is Whitaker working on Long. Driving. Turns around. Not sure what the call is here. Looks like a moving screen called on the Warriors. The officials didn't really make a signal to the scores table there, so it doesn't look like a foul was called. Obviously, just a moving screen. Which should be a foul, excuse me. Ferris here near elbow. Hands off to Nagel. She's open. Tries to drive down, not there. Kicks it wide. Maggie Long on the far wing. Back to Nagel. Good ball movement by LTU. Trying to go down low to Ferris. Near baseline. She dribbles. That one's poked away. Stolen by the Warriors. Far side. This is Smith. Covington down low in the corner. Guarded by Nagel. Whitaker near wing. Thinks about the three. Passes it around. Smith now on the far side. Trying to get it back to Covington. Finally gets back to her. 4 seconds left on the shot clock. She pulls up for three. That one's good. Indiana Tech is hot from the three-point land early in this one. Now it's a 10-point game. Maggie Long kicks it to Huey. Back up top. Maggie Long. Blue Devils look a little out of sorts here. Far corner, this is Huey. Trying to get down low to Ferris. She's going to go to work here. Ferris dribbles, stuck under the net. Nagel, near baseline jumper. That one's good. Good shot by Addie Nagel. So a good response from the Blue Devils. Got a good shot there. Cut it back down to 8. Smith now on the near side. This is Decker. Far wing, they're going down low. This is Barton. Her shot's no good. Smith gets the rebound. She's fouled. Warriors going to go back to the line. Looking to see who this foul is on. It's going to go to Addie Nagel, her second, as Kendall Fisher checks back in for Maggie Long. Another late sub for the Blue Devils. Beatty's going to come in for Nagel, who picked up 2 fouls. Corinne Smith at the line. 2 of 2 on the year, so not a big sample size for the sophomore guard. Makes the first one. Makes the second as well. Fisher's going to bring it up here near side. Pick from Ferris. Driving into the paint. Has to kick it back out. Beatty sells it back down. Huey now. Far side to Dominique Evans. Swinging around is LTU. Got it back down low to Ferris near elbow. She drives. Spin move. This time it's good. And one. Jade Ferris with a strong finish there. Has a chance at the 3-point play. Ferris, as I mentioned at the top, looks more confident this week in her post moves. And you can see she's being rewarded by Coach Howergan as they're calling some plays for her specifically. That one's short. Rebounded by Barton. Less than a minute to go here in this opening period. Driving out of control a little bit. That one's rolls off from Barris. putback is good. And just too many second chance opportunities for the Warriors here as this lead is back to 10. Fisher brings it up. 2-for-1 opportunity here for the Blue Devils if they want it. Fisher shouting out instructions. She drives, kicks it, good pass. I don't know how she saw Ferris there cutting to the basket, but what a pass from the 3-time All-American Kendall Fisher. As Indiana Tech will hold for the last shot. Burris holds it. Going to work on Evans. She drives, pulls up at the circle, fakes, drives one-handed layup. That one's no good. Rebounded by Evans. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. LTU trails by 8. Good finish by the Blue Devils. Let's see if they can roll it into quarter number 2. We'll step away here on the LTU Sports Network. And welcome back here for the second quarter. Give you some first quarter stats. LTU 6 of 10 from the floor, 60% obviously. The Warriors 7 of 16, 43.8. But they're 3 of 6 from three-point land early on. Big difference. Offensive rebounds, 4 for the Warriors. That's what's really hurting the Blue Devils early on. This is Beatty driving far side. Her layup, that one's good. Good take from Kylie Beatty, assisted Julia Huey. Far side here. This is Decker in the corner. Back to Burris. Swinging it around. Whitaker, she had 7 points in the first quarter. This is Worm. Holding on to it a little bit too long. Back out to Covington. Swinging it all the way across. Whitaker's going to beat Evans off the dribble, and then Evans compounds that with a foul. So we send Whitaker back to the line. Not what you want to do, and Coach Howard not happy. She's going to get Evans out of here right away and put Maggie Long back in. As I mentioned, Dominique Evans, good defensive player for the Blue Devils, but first game action of the season here in game number 6. So a little bit of adjustment for Dominique Evans, and it's a tough task with the number 21 Indiana Tech Warriors in town. Whitaker completes the three-point play. Back to a 9-point spread. Fisher brings it up. Hands off to Huey. Kicks it out to Maggie Long. Ferris now out up top. Fisher cuts. It's not there. Hand off to Beatty. Beatty goes down low. Throws one up off the glass. That one rattles in and out. Rebound by Worm. Warriors pushing. Good pass there. That was Burris on the finish from Covington. LTU lazy getting back, and that one's too easy for Indiana Tech as this one's back to double digits. Near side Long. Top to Ferris. Offensive foul. I believe it's going to go to Huey. And it is on the moving screen. Obviously been a point of emphasis here for the officials, as I think they've called 3 or 4 moving screens already. That's Huey's first. Team second. Covington, guarded by Long. Burris now works around the screen. Good defense by Beatty. Swings it in low. Near wing, this is Worm. Worm working on Ferris. It's not there. Back up to Covington. Swings it up top. Worm holds. Driving baseline. Covington reverse layup. That one's no good. It's going to be a loose ball foul on the Warriors. It's going to go to Juliana Burris. Or excuse me, Genevieve Decker, beg your pardon. Her first. As Ferris was clearly in position to get that rebound and kind of got her legs taken out from under her by Decker. Fisher brings it up. So a good defensive possession by the Blue Devils. Maggie Long looking. Down low to Ferris, working on Worm. She's got room to work. Turns around, steps inside. That one's off the glass and good. Jade Ferris, getting where she wants to go early in this one, has 6 points. Step back, thinks against it. Near side, this is Worm. Cutting, good steal by Kendall Fisher with the deflection. She's pushing the other way. Fisher drives, Euro step, fouled on that one, and she'll go to the line for 2. Excellent part of Kendall Fisher's game. She knows how to push in transition, but also smart enough to know when it's not there and pull it back out. But she saw an opening there that time, drove to the rim, got contact, and she's going to go to the line for 2. As I mentioned, Kendall Fisher coming in 93.3% from the line, so something that Coach Biggs and the Warriors want to keep her off of. And a rare miss from Fisher. Maybe the announcers jinxed if you believe in that. I don't, but apologies to Kendall nonetheless as she gets ready for the second attempt. That one's good. LTU cuts it down to 8. This is Burris. Whitaker. Far side. Worm in front of the Blue Devils bench. Whitaker up top, working on Fisher. Step back 3. That one's good. Nice move from Whitaker. Making that step back 3, making it look easy. Huey tries to answer. That one's off. Rebounded by Covington. Whitaker now, matched up with Long. Covington up top. Smith. Indiana Tech moving the ball at a quick pace here. This is Covington working on Huey. Kicks it out. Burris turns down the 3. Near side 3 now from Worm. That one's good. Good ball movement for the Warriors. Coach Howerton's going to call another timeout as this lead has ballooned to 14. Biggest lead of the game so far, 34-10, and the difference is the 3-point line as Indiana Tech is 5 of 8, shooting at a 62.5% clip from beyond the arc. LTU, big part of their game is the three-pointer as well, but they're just 0 from 2 from three-point land in this one. Got to give credit to the Warriors' defenses. They're making it tough for the Blue Devils to get up many three-pointers, and they're making them on the other end. So basketball, game of spurts. Good timeout by Coach Howerton. Settle our team down here. Long way to go. 6:33 here left in this second quarter. Whitaker leads her team and is the game high scorer now, 13 points. She's 3 of 5 from the floor, 2 of 4 from beyond the arc. Jade Ferris leads the Blue Devils with 6. Kendall Fisher has 5, 3 of those coming from the charity stripe. Fisher's going to bring it up. Hand off to Huey. This is Long up top. Maggie Long gives it to Beatty. Hand off back to Beatty now. She drives. Offensive foul called on Beatty there. Official thought she dropped the shoulder, knocking over the Warriors defender. Her first foul, team third. This is Burris. Smith now in the corner. Back to Worm. Down low, they try to go to Worm. She's got her back to the basket. Beatty on her, has to kick it up top to Smith. Fakes the 3. I think they called 3 seconds out there. Not quite sure on the signal in the post. It was an off-ball foul as the freshman Bailey Stevens is going to check in for the Blue Devils. Bailey Stevens appeared in every game, averaged about 13 minutes a game for the Blue Devils. So Coach Haugen looking to switch it up here, see if we can give her team a spark. Ferris, turnaround, far elbow jumper. That's good. Jade Ferris can't miss right now in the early going, as she's 4 from 5 from the field. Worm, near side. This is Whitaker. Good pass down low. Good closeout from Stevens. Pulling it out is Burris. Burris drives. It's not there. Throws it cross court, but that one short hopped Smith. Turnover is going to go to Burris. LTU going to bring it up. Fisher calling out instructions. Huey on the far wing. Far side now to Stevens. Trying to get back to Ferris. Worm knows this and tries to shield off Ferris. Fisher now. Pull up three. Near side. That one's good. Kendall Fisher. Good sign for LTU to see one go in from beyond the arc. This one's back to single digits at 9. Whitaker now working on Fisher. Good defense from Fisher. All defensive team a year ago. Whitaker, though, tough shot. Looks like Whitaker's got all the tricks in her bag as she fakes inside his little fadeaway off the glass. Fisher comes right back. Gets called for a travel. Got to be impressed by Kyra Whitaker from the Warriors. Can shoot it from 3, can drive as that mid-range game. Does a little bit of everything. That's why she was first team all-WAC a season ago. This is Burris. Swinging around back to Whitaker. She pulls up for a 3. That one's off. One of the few misses we've seen from her so far. Rebounded by Maggie Long. Long's going to bring it up now. Hand off to Fisher. She gets downhill. Behind the back. Floater. That one. Degree of difficulty as it's a Whitaker and Fisher show here back and forth in the second quarter. Smith fakes the 3. Far side. Burris also turns down to 3. Double team help there from Fisher. Driving's Whitaker. She sees it's not there. Wisely pulls it back out. Covington trying to go to work on Long. Her step back. That one's short. Rebounded by Fisher. Coach Haugen wants her to slow it down here. Big position for LTU. See if they can get this down to 7. It's been a little bit of a while since they've been this close. Stevens to Ferris. Hands off to Huey. Back to Ferris. She's too far out. Gonna try to go to work. Dribbles that one off her leg. Turnover for the Blue Devils. Smith wide open in the corners. Whitaker. She knows it. That one's good. Gotta know where Kyra Whitaker is. She got loose on that one and made the Blue Devils pay. Steven hands off the Long. Huey up top. Near side to Fisher. Working on Burris. Back to Fisher. She drives. Little pick and roll action. Another offensive foul away from the ball. Not quite sure who that was on. I'll give it to you in a minute. As Dominique Evans and Kylie Beatty check back in for Ferris and Fisher. Going to give them a little bit of a rest. Still not sure who that foul was on, as the board's showing number 20. And that's why, because it was a foul on the Warriors. So everybody's confused, not just me. That foul was on Bethany Worm, her second, team third. 3 fouls apiece here for each team in the second quarter. Long. Drive, spin move. That one's thrown up, blocked by Whitaker. She saves it, though. Good hustle from Long. Blue Devils will reset. 5 on the shot clock. 4. Beatty for 3. That one's short. Good rebound from Covington. Whitaker got loose again. This time fakes the 3. Good closeout from Stevens. I don't know about that one. It looked like Whitaker just threw it off of Bailey Stevens' leg. They're going to call a kick ball. I respectfully disagree with the officials. I thought that was a bad pass from Whitaker, but I don't have the final call. So Indiana Tech going to maintain possession. Huey, this is Smith down low. Turnaround, that one's good. Working on Julia Huey. This one's back to a 14-point margin. Evans brings it up. Handoff to Long. Interested to see where the Blue Devils are going to go for offense now with Fisher and Ferris getting a breather. Evans now tries to go baseline on Whitaker. Whitaker's right with her. Evans tries to go near side, force that one a little bit, wanted to foul, no call. Warriors pushing in transition. That one's stripped from Smith. Good defense from Huey and Long. And I think Coach Halligan realized she had a little bit of offensive struggles there, and she quickly gets Fisher back in the game. And Goff is going to check back in as well. So Stevens going to come out. Got a little bit of a rest for Fisher here. She's going to play the rest of the 2 minutes and change here. Dominique Evans going to come out as well. Up top, this is Smith. Far side, Worm. Pass too long. Bad pass, and a foul's going to be called, though, on... Couldn't quite tell. Look on the board. Looks like they're going to call it on Beatty. Not quite sure what the foul was there. It looked like an errant pass. This one's being called tight early on. Whitaker, floater from the far elbow. That one's good. Another bucket from Whitaker. She has 18 already in this first half as Covington fouls Fisher, who beat her on the drive. Beatty's going to inbound here near side. Long up top, wide to Goff. Huey, good pass to Beatty. Quick foul called on Corinne Smith. And that's going to get the Blue Devils to the line as Warriors are in the penalty with their 15th foul. Beatty, 2 for 4 from the line this year, only in her 4th game of the season. She was injured coming into the season, had a broken arm. So she's recovering from that. Missed the first couple games of the season as Nagel checks in for Huey. Beatty had a off-season injury last spring. So good to see her back. She brings a lot of the grit to this Blue Devils team on the glass. She makes the first one. Had her career-high 21 rebounds in a game last season. Need those type of players on successful teams as Ferris getting ready to check in. As Beatty tries to make the second end of this one. She does. Ferris is going to check in for Goff. See if Blue Devils can cut this margin to 10 before halftime. That would be a good start as they try to chip away at this Warriors 14-point lead with 1:45 to go. This is Worm. I feel like Worm's been out there the whole half. Smith drives. That one's off. Gets her own rebound. Fresh 20 for the Warriors. Worm holds it in the corner. Good cut. Good defense by Fisher. Smith near wing 3. That one's good. Warriors just can't miss from 3 right now. Getting a lot of open looks as well, which helps. Nagel now. Up top to Long. Far elbows Ferris, Hand off to Beatty. Beatty drives. Tries to go back to Ferris. Bad pass from Beatty. Another turnover for LTU. That's their 12th turnover the first half. As I mentioned, they averaged 12 and change coming in. So something they will need to correct in the second half. This is Burris. Near side to Whitaker. Down low to Worm. Up top, Smith. Just made the 3. Thinks against it this time. Worm's going to take it, though. That one rattles out. Nobody grabbed it. And that one stays with the Warriors. There's 2 Blue Devils down there. Maggie Long let it go as she thought that ball was going to go back to the Blue Devils, but the official disagreed. So it's going to be a fresh 20 for Indiana Tech here. 49.6 to go in this first half. Good steal by Beatty as she gets it right back for the Blue Devils. Fisher now, 2-for-1 opportunity. Let's see if she pushes. Hand off to Long. Beatty now cross court. Back to Long. She's going to let one go from 3. Good! Maggie Long was waiting for that as she hadn't attempted a 3 yet today. As it's now down to 14. See if the Blue Devils can get a stop here right before half. Differential's about less than 2 seconds on the clock, so Warriors going to hold for the last shot. Whitaker just letting time tick down. She's got Nagel on her. She's going to go to work. Gets a pick from Worm. Good help defense. Worm up top. Driving on Ferris. She double dribbles. Turnover. A little more time should probably be on the clock, as that one ran down another half second. I don't know if the officials caught it. Should be about 2 seconds on the clock, but LTU has to go full court anyway. Yep, there it is, 2.5 put back on the clock. Fisher waits to pick it up. She's going to drive, 3-quarter heave. And that's going to end the first half here from the Don Riddler Fieldhouse. Number 21 Indiana Tech holds a 46-32 advantage. We'll step away for 15 minutes. Hope you come back on the LTU Sports Network. And welcome back for some second half action here at the Don Riddler Fieldhouse. Indiana Tech, number 21 in the NAIA coaches poll, lead this one 46-32. Do want to clear up something at the beginning of the game. You might have noticed Kyra Whitaker for Indiana Tech taking a free throw before the game started. Got some clarification on that at halftime. I missed that as I was doing my intro. So since the shot clock was malfunctioning, that is a team technical foul for LTU as the host, given a delay of game technical foul. So that foul did not count against any team fouls. It was just a pregame technical for delay of game. So that's why Indiana Tech shot one free throw before this game started and was up 1-0. The old adage, you learn something new every day. I had never seen that before, but that's the great thing about sports. So we'll give you some first half stats. Indiana Tech shooting 53.3% from the floor, 58.3% from beyond the arc. They're 7-12. Big part of why they lead by 14 points. They're also a perfect 7 of 7 from the line. LTU not doing bad either, as they're 12 for 21 from the floor, 57.1%. So they're actually out shooting the Warriors. The big difference is the second chance opportunities, as Indiana Tech has 12, LTU has 0 second chance points. As I mentioned, the Warriors on the glass just getting those second chance opportunities. They have 6 offensive rebounds, just 2 for the Blue Devils. They're out rebounding the Blue Devils 13-9 as well. First half from Kyra Whitaker, sensational, leads the game with 20 points, 6 of 9 from the field, 3 from 6 from beyond the arc. Kendall Fisher leads the Blue Devils with 10 points, 3 of 5 from the field. Jade Ferris has 8. She was 4 of 5 in the paint. As second half's just about ready to get underway. LTU is going to roll out their starters. So It's going to be the same lineup. Fisher, Long, Nagel, Huey, and Ferris. And it looks like the Warriors are going to do the same. Warriors will take the ball here in the third quarter. Burris, near side. This is Worm, back up top to Burris. Whitaker now with Nagel on her. Good pass down low. Decker with some contact. She's fouled. That one's going to go to Jade Ferris. Her first. Decker, quiet first half, just 2 points. Only took one shot. Misses the first one there. Fisher's going to bring it up for the Blue Devils. Far wing. Cross court to Long. Her three. That one's good. Maggie Long. Blue Devils going to need a lot of that in the second half if they want to get back into this one. And that's a good start for LTU. Decker, far side. This is Worm. Thinks about the three. Ferris, good job on the closeout. Has to kick it back around. Whitaker, working far side now. Tries to go down low. It's not there. And then she forces a pass. Coach Biggs immediately stands up and gets on her. Graduate senior guard is telling her to swing the ball back around, but turnover for the Warriors. Warriors actually turned it over 18 times in the first half. LTU 13, so LTU already hit their per game average, but Indiana Tech wasn't great with the ball either. Both teams just very efficient from the floor. Long fakes a three. Looking to get it back to Fisher up top. Fisher down low to Ferris. She's going to go to work here on Worm. Help defense there as Ferris throws up the scoop, but good cleanup by Eddie Nagel. This one's back to 10 points. Far wing is Worm. Wide open up top. Burris drives, kicks it back out to Worm. She fakes the three. Pulls up. Good defense from the Blue Devils. Wide open three, though. That's Covington. That one's good as Blue Devils got lost in their defensive coverage, and Coach Biggs from the Warriors is going to call timeout here after that one. As she does not look happy with the start from her team, as a couple buckets from the Blue Devils. And you go, hey, Coach, you were up 14 at the break. It's a 13-point game. You're calling a timeout a buck and a half into this one. What's going on there? But that's why the Warriors are the cream of the crop in the conference. She coaches them hard throughout. Not going to let them slack off here. She doesn't like what she sees in the first minute and a half, so she's going to call a timeout and correct it. Looks like she's going to run the same five back out there. Not a big rotation for the Warriors if only 7 players have touched the floor. LTU goes a little deeper. They've played 9 so far in this one. Conference play, obviously the coaches are going to trim down the rotation. These games mean more. But Warriors going with a short 7-person rotation. Long now into Ferris, near baseline. Kicks it back out to Nagel. They're giving her the baseline. She ducks inside, hesitates. Her layup. That one's good. And she's fouled. So a 3-point opportunity from Nagel as she played through the contact and got that one to go. Nagel's 5th and 6 points of the game. We're going to have a sub. This is Corinne Smith. She's going to check back in for Whitaker. As I mentioned, Nagel having a better offensive season. Comes in averaging 6.8, but she's shooting it at a 42.9% clip from the floor. Her free throw. That one hits the front end and goes in. Also 75% free throw shooter. Worm, near side to Smith. Up top, this is Smith once again. Kicks it to Burris. She drives. Good pass. Decker gets fouled. Not a bad foul from Nagel. She got beat there. Thankfully, that one didn't fall as Decker will go to the line to shoot 2. Decker, sophomore forward from New Baltimore, Michigan. Comes in not the best free throw shooter, 9 of 23 from the line, 39.1%, and right on cue makes the first one, so take that, announcer. But forwards sometimes struggle at the line, and there's the miss. Rebounded by Ferris. Nagel's going to bring it up. Trying to get the spacing right. Hand off to Fisher. She's got an open lane. Good pass to Ferris. Nicely done there by the Blue Devils, as Ferris gets into double digits with 10 points. Smith up top. This is back to Worm. She's wide open for three. That one's way off. Rebounded by Nagel. LTU's got it to 9. This is where they need to go on a little bit of a run here. Huey wide open near wing three. That one's good. Julia Huey. This one's down to 6 as the crowd comes alive here at the Don. Burris now working on Nagel. Beats her off the dribble. That layup's good and a foul. Indiana Tech comes right back. That's the chance to get this lead back to 9. That one's going to be on Julia Huey. Her second, team third. Whitaker and Barton going to check in for Covington and Worm for the Warriors. And Dominique Evans is going to come up to the scores table. She's going to check in for Addie Nagel. Trying to complete the three-point play is Burris, 69.4% from the line. That one's good. 54-45 here, 3 minutes into the third quarter. Fisher brings it up far side. Pick from Ferris. Turns around, holds her pivot, kicks it out to Huey up top. Near side, Dom Evans. Long now for three. That one's good. Maggie Long from deep. And it's back to 6. LTU knocking down some threes early in this one. Turnover by Burris. Coming away with it's Evans. She's going to bring up the court. Fisher's calling for it back. Coach Howergan calling out a play for the Blue Devils. Pick from Evans. Defended on the switch by the Warriors. Fisher drives far side. A lot of contact. She gets to the line. Fisher frustrated she didn't complete the and one. But she's going to go to the line to shoot 2. Fisher, Long, and Ferris all lead the Blue Devils with 10 points apiece. Fisher 3 from 4 from the line, as I mentioned, over 90% from the charity stripe. Her first one's up. That one's good. Second one, that one rattles out, rebounded by Decker. LTU 17-8 advantage here in the third quarter. Great start by LTU. See if they can keep it up. Far side Burris, Whitaker. Dominique Evans has her now as her defensive assignment. Long three-pointer. That one rattles out. Not a great shot selection there. And Coach Biggs is going to get Corinne Smith subbed out here shortly as Worm goes to the scorer's table. Maggie Long works it over to Ferris. Back up top to Long. 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Disheveled possession here from the Blue Devils. Fisher pulls up from 3. That one rattles out, rebounded by Whitaker. Let's see if the Blue Devils have an answer for Whitaker in this quarter. Fisher's on her. Whitaker drives. Good defense from Fisher. That one thrown up. Goes out of bounds. The LTU contingent thought it was going to go their way. Officials confer, so it went off of Fisher. So it's going to stay with the Warriors as Covington and Worm check back in for Burris and Barton. Sorry, so Barton stays in. My apology to Corinne Smith and her family if they're watching. Smith stays in. Thought she was going to get the quick pull after that three-pointer early in the shot clock. Addie Nagel's going to re-enter for Jade Ferris as well. Things heating up here in the third quarter. Blue Devils have knocked this one down from 14-5, but a turnover, offensive foul on the Warriors. Nagel's going to bring it up now. Hand off to Fisher. She bobbles, regains it. Driving on Whitaker, hangs in the air. That one's too strong. Loose ball foul on the Blue Devils. Going to go to Dominique Evans. Her second, team fourth. So Blue Devils have been in team foul trouble for most of this game as they're at 4 right now with 5 minutes remaining. 1 away from the penalty. Driving is Covington with the left. That one's off. Rebounded by Worm. Worm pulls it back out. Up top to Smith. Near side, Whitaker 3. That one's short. And they're going to call a loose ball foul on Dominique Evans on the clear out as one of the Warriors hit the deck. Push on Evans. That's going to be her third. Warriors should come to the line here to shoot. Their officials are talking about it. The scoreboard here has it as 5 team fouls on the Blue Devils. So it is going to be 2 shots. And it looks like it is Worm who was fouled on that. Evans was also checked out there as Miss 2 came in for her. Beg your pardon, I think Huey re-entered. First one's good. Second one's up. That one rattles out. Rebounded by Huey. Sorry, Jade Ferris returned there as Evans goes to the bench with 3 fouls. Long up top. She drives. She throws one up. That one's short. Rebounded by Worm. So you can see LTU not getting a lot of second chance opportunities in this one. Whitaker drives. They're going to call an armbar on the floor on Nagel. And this is what I was talking about is LTU is in the penalty halfway through this third quarter, and not what you want if you're Coach Howergan is Indiana Tech is getting to the line, shooting a lot of free throws here potentially for the rest of this 4:28. Nagel's going to come out as she has 4 fouls now. Jade Ferris checked back in, so a quick blow for Jade Ferris. Whitaker's first one's up. That's good. No surprise from Whitaker, shooting over 80%, 83.7 coming in from the charity stripe. Her second one, that's good as well. This leads back to 8. Important possession here for the Blue Devils. See if they can get a basket as the momentum is tilting back towards Indiana Tech. Up top is Ferris. Far wings Fisher, working on Covington. Down low to Beatty. She goes up, she's blocked, but regains it. Up top to Long, fakes the 3, step back. That one hits the front edge of the rim, but tipped in by Jade Ferris. As LTU gets one of those second chance opportunities, makes it count. Good job by Jade Ferris. Worm up top, turns down the 3. Whitaker near side with Fisher on her. Down low now, this is Covington. Decker holding. Cut from Whitaker, she bobbles. Good job holding on to possession. Kicks it far wing to Smith. That one's good. Corinne Smith. She's been deadly from 3-point land so far in this one. And she was only 2 of 12 from beyond the arc coming in, but she's hit 2 or 3 free throws early on in an offensive foul, or excuse me, defensive foul on the Warriors. So now they're 1 away from the penalty. That one went to Worm, her third, team fourth. I think Worm's going to check out here with the 3. Yeah, it looks like she will. As Burris checks back in, another late sub. This is going to be Barton returning. As we're seeing the same rotation from Coach Biggs as Corinne Smith comes out. Corinne Smith has 12, 2 of 3 from 3-point land. This is Beatty. Corinne Smith, for context, came in averaging 3.8. She's got 12 in this one. Ferris working on Barton. That one's too strong. Rebounded by Covington. Covington brings it up on Fisher. Picks up her dribble. Near side is Burris. Try to go down low. Fisher's going to get a cheap foul. She tried to deny Decker. She was overmatched size-wise in the post. Fisher's second, but since LT's in the penalty, Decker's going to go to the line. As I mentioned earlier, not a bad foul person to have at the line if you're LTU, as Decker came in 9 of 23 from the line, shooting under 40%. Made one of two moments ago. Misses the first. Settles. Here's the second one. That one's good. So Decker increasing her percentage. This one's back to 10. Fisher, handoff to Long. Tries to drive, not there. Kicks it back out to Huey. Now on the far baseline. This is Ferris. She turns around, knocks that one down. Have a week, Jade Ferris. She's got 12. Also had 4 rebounds to boot. For Ferris, the junior forward from Perrysburg, Ohio. Burris drives, floater off the glass. That's too easy. As Beatty tried to take the charge, official didn't bite. This team's trading buckets here late. Fisher presses the issue. They're going to wave that one off, though. As that went in, they're going to call it on the floor. But it doesn't matter, as it's the 15th foul for the Warriors. So Fisher will go to the line. Looks like that foul went to Covington. That's her second. Fisher 4 of 6 from the line in this one. Make it 4 of 7. You can see the frustration for Fisher. A lot of pressure on Kendall Fisher as she goes. This team goes as she goes. She's been the quarterback of this team, so to speak, for the last 3 seasons. Plus, and makes the second one there. But a lot is asked of Kendall Fisher. Driving far side. Reverse layup. That one's no good. Offensive rebound again by Barton. She's fouled. There's too many offensive rebounds for Indiana Tech as they're going to work on the glass. 8, 9 offensive rebounds for the Warriors. As they try to get this one back to 10. That one's short. Barton came in just 2 or 3 from the line, so not a big sample size, obviously. See if she can make the second. She does. Back to a 10-point spread, 64-54, 2 minutes to go in this third quarter. LTU hanging around, winning this quarter so far. See if they can close it out strong. Beatty up top. They're giving her room. Hand off to Huey. She goes baseline. Floater. She got fouled on that one by Decker. Hit her on the hand. Julia Huey's going to go to the line to shoot 2. Huey, senior guard from Fort Wayne, Indiana, so Indiana Tech Warriors country, but Huey, thankfully for Coach Haugen and her staff's a Blue Devil, makes the first one. Huey only her 4th and 5th free throw attempts of the season. She's mainly a perimeter shooter, 3-point shooter for the Blue Devils. Makes both of those. And this is Burris bringing it up. Whitaker far side. Covington's got Huey on her. Drives, kicks it out. Driving out of control there was Decker. Good defense. LTU's going to come away with it. Driving's Fisher. She's fouled again. That one's good. Kendall Fisher absorbs the contact and finishes. Coach Biggs is saying, I want the same call on the other end of the court. There's no foul on the one end. Fisher comes back and gets the foul on the other end when the official's going to go over to talk to her. As Fisher has a chance to make this a 5-point game. Evans going to check in for Huey. See if Fisher can complete the 3-point play. She does. LTU has cut this one down to 5. Whitaker. Picks up by Barton. Good defensive switch from Ferris. Poked away by Fisher, but right to Decker, and she lays it in. Nothing you can do there if you're the Blue Devils. Fisher and a whack all defensive team selection a season ago. Poked it out from Whitaker from behind, dribbled right to Decker, and easy layup there. Decker will look to complete her three-point play now. Try to push this one back to 8. She does. Looks like Warriors were trying to deny Fisher the ball there, but a real loose full-court press on her as LTU getting their offensive set. Beatty near side. Ferris, handoff to Beatty. Beatty drives, throws that one up. She's blocked by Decker. Coming away with it now is Whitaker. In transition to Burris, that's too easy. And we're back to 10 just like that. 2-for-1 opportunity here for the Blue Devils. Long to Beatty. Ferris up top. Fisher. She drives. That one's good. As Indiana Tech will hold for the last shot. Burris going to let the time tick away here. Warriors going to load the near side with 3. Whitaker in the far corner. Evans defending Burris. She drives. Far lane. Banks it off the glass. That's good. It's going to be the end of the third quarter. LTU won the quarter 29-23. Excuse me, should be 29-25 as I wait for my live stats to update. And it is. So they got it as close as 5. Indiana Tech closes strong. Pushes back to 10. We'll step away here for a couple minutes on the LTU Sports Network. And welcome back here, fourth quarter action. My name is Ryan Ilardi. I'm the Athletic Communications Director here at LTU. Thank you for joining us. We're the last quarter of our first game of 2 here today at the Don Riddler Fieldhouse. Number 21, Indiana Tech Warriors lead Lawrence Tech Blue Devils 71-61. As we start the fourth quarter, this is Ferris, far baseline, fakes the shot, drives inside, pivot, that one's good from Jade Ferris as she continues her strong day, now has 16 points. Covington now, working on Maggie Long, up top to Burris. Warriors swinging around, Worm holds this one. Still holding. Hands off to Decker. Whitaker now near wing, 8 on the shot clock. Whitaker step back 3, that one's off, rebounded by Fisher. Fisher pushing, pulls it up. Oh, good drive by Fisher. That one, scoop off the glass and good. Kendall Fisher. She has 19. See if Kyra Whitaker gets going in this fourth quarter. She was held to just 2 in the third, but blocked by Huey there. As good defensive adjustments from Coach Howard and her staff in the third quarter, holding Kyra Whitaker to just 2 points. Inbounding's Covington. Up top to Burris. Tries to go down low. That one deflected by Huey, but bounces the right way back to the Warriors. Whitaker now. Fakes the 3. Oh, beats Fisher and Ferris, and that's too easy for Whitaker. Left hand off the glass and good. Fisher hands off to Maggie Long. Dominique Evans out there. Ferris in the circle. Hand off to Fisher. She's got room for three. Lets it go. Good. Kendall Fisher. Timeout. LTU. Going to be a 30-second timeout. They got this one back to 5. As I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, this is a big measuring stick for the Blue Devils. Indiana Tech, as I mentioned, won 4 of the last 5 regular season WAC titles, the last 4 straight conference tournament championships. LTU did beat the Warriors last year here at home, back on January 7th, upset the number 12 Warriors 58-55. That was the first time in the last 13 meetings that the Blue Devils beat Indiana Tech. And that's not just a Blue Devils thing. This Indiana Tech has run through this conference in recent history under the leadership of Coach Biggs, perennial power in the WAC. So a good showing from the Blue Devils today. Let's see if they can get over that last hump and come away with another victory. Long way to go here, though. 8:25, getting a little bit ahead of myself. 5-point lead for the Warriors. Burris brings it up. This is Worm in the circle. Covington holding. Still holding it. Back up top to Whitaker. Fisher in her pocket. Burris fakes. Crosses up. Huey tries to tip it. Pass it down low to Decker. Was not tipped. Turnover Indiana Tech. And Corinne Smith is going to check back in for the Warriors. Looks like she's going to spell Burris there, who just turned it over. Fisher's going to bring it up. Got Dominique Evans on her hip. Near side to Huey. Evans now swings it to Maggie Long. Fisher down low to Ferris. She's going to go to work. Inside off the glass. That one's off. Tip back out. Fisher gets it. Fresh 20 for LTU. Fisher calls for the screen. Ferris, handoff back to Fisher. Fisher. Pick and roll. That one's good. Good. Give and go there for the Blue Devils. As they got as close as they've been since the first quarter, it's down to 3. Whitaker now looking to take over. Kicks up top to Covington. She turns down the 3. Good pass. But that one was blocked from behind by Dominique Evans, as Worm had an easy layup there. But Evans, that's what she's in for, her defensive prowess. And she blocks Worm on that one. Covington to inbound. Whitaker, good closeout from Fisher. Decker swings it to Barton. Now Smith in the corner. Wide open 3 here for Covington. That one's good. Got lost in transition there, and this one's back to 6. Lone defensive assignment there. Wide open Covington. Fisher comes back. Ferris turns down the near baseline jumper. Gets called for the travel. She didn't like the call, but Coach Howergan said, yeah, it was. So we'll go the other way here. Just a little too quick there was Ferris. This is Covington. Back to Whitaker. Tries to drive baseline. Stopped by Fisher. Corinne Smith has got Evans right on her. Covington working on Huey. Pulls up for 3. That one's good. Taylor Covington, 4 of 4 from beyond the arc in this one. As Fisher drives. Going to be a foul on the floor. See what it goes to. It's going to go to Whitaker. As Fisher just beat her off the bounce. Only the Warriors' first team foul of the 4th. Huey to inbound. Bad pass stolen by Whitaker. Warriors come the other way. Covington working on Ferris. Good block by Jade Ferris. Showed patience there as Covington, the guard's obviously quicker. But Ferris just waited for her to go up and slap that one out. Eddie Nagel waiting to check in for the Blue Devils. Wide open three from Whitaker. That one's good. As once again, 3-point shooters from the Warriors got lost in the defensive switches of the Blue Devils. This one's back to double-digit lead. 9-point lead. Evans pulls up. Ferris fakes. That one's strong. And I was correct. I thought it was already was 79-70. The scoreboard operator was a little late on that one. So it is a double-digit lead at 82-70. But Ferris is going to go back to the line here as Nagel checks in for Huey. Ferris has 18 on the afternoon. Misses the first free throw there. Just her second attempt of the game from the line. Ferris came in 7 of 8, 87.5%. So if I was going to bet, she should make this one. And she does. So thank you, Jade, for making me look smart on that one. Warriors come back down. 11-point game now. Time not in LTU's favor. They can't keep trading baskets with the Warriors. Bad pass there, stolen by Ferris as that one was thrown right to her. Fisher pushing, working on Whitaker. She goes up. That one's blocked by Whitaker. Fisher gets it back. Kicks out to Nagel. Nagel looks to drive, kicks it out to Evans. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Fisher falls, gives it up to Maggie Long, fakes the three. She drives. That one's tipped away by Barton. Grabbed by Ferris. It's going to be a held ball. And that one's going to go with the Warriors. Julia Huey's going to check back in. Going to spell Dominique Evans. We're just about halfway through this fourth quarter here at the Don. Corinne Smith trying to get it back to Whitaker. She's got Eddie Nagel on her. Handoff, good denial from Nagel. Covington now kicks it up to Whitaker. Whitaker drives. Ferris comes to help. That leaves Barton wide open and an easy bounce pass from Whitaker. Good vision from the grad senior. Easy bucket for the Warriors. Fisher, she's got Huey in the post. Up top to Ferris. Nagel comes off a screen. Down low to Huey. Huey hook shot. That one's off, rebounded by Barton. Covington's going to slow it down as time is on Indiana Tech's side here. 13-point margin, 4:15 to go. Smith. Down low, this is Decker. Got the size advantage on Nagel, but that one's too strong. Loose ball foul on Decker as Nagel had position on that rebound. So it's going to go LTU's way. Sorry, I got a little distracted there. I was watching Coach Biggs argue with the official. I wasn't quite sure why. She knows more about basketball than I do, but it looked like Nagel had clear position there. Nagel now working on Covington. Trying to do a pick and roll with Ferris. Warriors ready for it. Nagel goes up. She's blocked. Gets her own miss. Nagel down low to Ferris. Ferris working on Barton. Beats her reverse. That one's blocked by Barton. Huey saves it. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Fisher throws up a desperation three. That one doesn't hit any rims. So it's going to be a shot clock violation. It's a good defensive possession by the Warriors. Couple blocks. LTU got the offensive rebounds, but unable to get up a good look. And Coach Haugen's going to call a timeout. This one's going to be a 60-second timeout. Give you some stats here as we come down the closing stretch of this one. Fisher leads LTU with 22 points, 9 assists, 6 rebounds. Whitaker, 27 game-high score for the Warriors. As she's 8 of 15 from the floor, 4 of 9 from 3. Both teams shooting over 50% in this one. Warriors 28 of 54 for 51.9% clip. LTU 26 of 49, 53.1 from the floor. Warriors, the difference at three-point line, they're 12 of 21, 57% clip. LTU's come on here in the second half from three-point land, 6 of 12. So nothing wrong with that percentage, but obviously do the math. Warriors, 6 more threes, that's 18 points, and that's your spread and some change in this one. It's going to be the same 5 for the Blue Devils. Long, Nagel, Fisher, Huey, and Ferris. And it looks like to be the same as well for Indiana Tech. Covington, Burris, Whitaker, Smith, and Barton. Indiana Tech to inbound after the shot clock violation on the Blue Devils. Burris brings it up. Far side to Whitaker. Nagel on her. Bunch of jab steps. Good defense from Nagel. Burris has the three. She pulls up. Not going to take it. Hand off to Covington. Fisher guarding her. Hand off to Whitaker. She's way outside. Working on Nagel. Beats her off the dribble. Scoop. That one's good. It's Whitaker. 1 away from 30 now. Huey near side. LTU has to move a little quicker here with their offense. This time is not on their side in this one. Using a lot of the shot clock here. Fisher fakes the three. Drives on Whitaker. Almost stumbles. Then she's blocked. That one goes off of Covington's leg, so it's going to stay with the Blue Devils, but letting a lot of time tick away on the shot clock is down 14, less than 3 to go. They need to maximize their possessions here. See if they can get a good look. Fisher drives, floater, fading away. That one's too strong off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Long. She's fouled. So good grit from Maggie Long. Contested rebound there. It's going to be a foul on the Warriors. The board's showing 5 fouls on Corinne Smith. So they're checking that with the book. There's obviously 5 fouls and you're done, so. The scoreboard's wrong there. Ferris now. Long fires from 3. That one's strong. Rebounded by Burris. Up top is Smith. Whitaker's going to back it out. Warriors in some shot clock. No free to tech here. So Whitaker's just going to dribble, let this one tick under 10. Goes to work on Nagel. Dribbling. A lot of dribbling from Whitaker. Step back 3, not there. Shot clock violation. Banks it off the backboard and in. That's just showing you the kind of day that Kyra Whitaker is having, but she held on to it too long, so a turnover for the Warriors as they used the full 30-second shot clock. So LTU now, Fisher, a little bit of a hurry here. To Huey. Huey up top. Doesn't fire from 3. Nagel down low to Ferris. Ferris turns down the elbow jumper. Backing down Barton off the glass. That one's no good. Loose ball. It's going to be a jump ball. That one should stay with LTU. And it does. As Jade Ferris will get credit with the board. And the shot clock's going to reset to 20. Maggie Long to inbound for LTU. 1:32 left in this one. Gets it to Nagel in the corner. She drives on Covington. Good denial. Fisher now back low to Ferris. She turns around in the paint. Scoop. That one's no good. Another contested rebound. This one is going to go to Indiana Tech this time. And with 1:19 left, the Warriors are going to go home with a win here as LTU pushed them. LTU big third quarter, 29 points. But the Warriors responding in the fourth quarter. They're winning this quarter 15-10. Basically erasing that third quarter advantage that LTU had, as this one is back to 15. If you remember, it was a 14-point game at the half. Burris now, 5 seconds left on the clock. She floats in the air off the glass. That one's good. A lot of offensive weapons for the Warriors. That's why they're 21st in the country. Fisher pulls up near elbow. That one's short. Ferris with the tip in. That one's good. Good hustle from Jade Ferris, as I think she beat her career high she just set from Wednesday. She did. 19 points for Jade Ferris. Indiana Tech going to let the shot clock run on this one. They have to get a shot up, but basically going to leave LTU with 15 seconds left. Nagel all over Whitaker, fighting hard to the end. Whitaker step back in the circle. That one's off, rebounded by Ferris. 15 seconds left on the clock. Fisher pushing. See if she pulls up for a three. She does. That one's blocked by Whitaker, and that'll do it. As Kyra Whitaker leads the Warriors to a win with 29 points. But it wasn't all just her. 3 other Warriors in double figures. Burris with 15, Covington with 12, Corinne Smith with 12. Some good individual performances from the Blue Devils. Kendall Fisher, 22, 9, and 7. Almost a double-double. Obviously, almost a triple-double as well. Jade Ferris, 21 points. Resets her new career high, 10 of 17 from the floor. Maggie Long had 10 thanks to 3 3-pointers. But number 21, Indiana Tech, just too much in this one as they improve to 7-3, 2-1 in the WAC. LTU falls to 2-4, 1-2. LTU going to play one more here before Thanksgiving break. They head to Rochester on Tuesday night. We're going to take about a half-hour break here. Let the men warm up before their game. I'll be back on the call with my friend John Snow. Thank you for tuning in and hope to see you back here shortly on the LTU Sports Network.